Chelsea are definitely looking for the goalkeeper position. Gagas Lanina still developing, so they most definitely have to sign a goalkeeper. But wanted to say, players leaving Chelsea this season, they have Mendy, they have Koulibaly, Kovačić, Kante, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Mason Mount, Havertz, Pulisic, Azpi, Ziyech. Come on, Ziyech, get those medical tests right. A lot of players leaving. 200 million made from all these players leaving. So, Todd Boehly, that's all the selling season. And Pochettino needs in midfield next to Enzo Fernandez, Moisés Caicedo. And seeing Mason Mount going to United, it just makes me much more confident that Caicedo is the #1 transfer target. But Brighton are going to ask Declan Rice numbers, so it could go to 100 million. And that is a bold deal because the contract will be like 8 years too. Like Nicholas Jackson even. 8-year contract.
It's ridiculous. And I think that they're about to pass something that's going to put a kibosh on that. There will be a rule change. But ultimately, I'm worried. It's time. I get Caicedo. I get, some of these names we're talking about. But you would think that they would have had their transfer targets kind of, rolled out, considering how the last part of their season went at Chelsea. You'd think that they'd already have a few established players brought in if they knew that the outgoings were kind of in the bag and maybe the transfer kitty was set. And as of right now, nothing against these players. But as of right now, they're focusing very much still on their kind of collect the prospects, collect the Pokemon, and then they're going to loan them out like a Dewan, Dewan Richards, right? The young Jamaican kid just scored his first Jamaican goal. He's now a Chelsea player. Diego Moreira makes a whole lot of sense to bring him in, but he's not going to be touching the first team anytime soon. Angelo Gabriel, great talent. Probably not the one I would spend the money on, but Angelo Gabriel likely will be coming in for a very decent price. And then Nicholas Jackson. You and I have spoken about Nicholas Jackson quite a bit. I love him. I'm incredibly high on him. But as a finished product, we're talking about 6 months of outperformance right now for Villarreal. 6 months. And they spent 37 million on him. 37 million plus over 8 years. I get it, but do I think he is the finished 9 that they need right now? No, he is not.
I understand. I agree with that. I just think he's better than Havertz at 9. And for me, Havertz should 100% not be the first option for Chelsea. And for me, Nicholas Jackson, so the way I see it is Nicholas Jackson a better striker than all the other strikers that they had in the previous season? Yes, in my opinion. Yes. Havertz at false 9, I think it just didn't work out. It worked out with Tuchel for some seasons, but Nicholas Jackson will be better. So I kind of agree with you, but I do believe that Chelsea is going to be much better this season. And just like Arsenal, Chelsea must approach the transfer market to have key players for the future. Guarantees that Chelsea have in the next 3-5 years in their lineup. Enzo Fernandez, Reece James. These two are the only guarantees, and a Levi Colville if they manage to snatch him up and convince him to stay at Chelsea. These would be 3 key players. And just to have 3, that's not easy in the start of a rebuild too. So, and Chelsea players that they buy for the future. Diego Moreira, you said. Casade, Kendry Paes, Andre Sancho, Angelo, like you said right now. So, they're investing for the future. Even Gagas Lanina, Malo Gusto. So many players.
Yeah, 30 million for Malo Gusto too. But a lot of those, I see that more of the City Football Group type of approach there, though. So a good majority of those guys are never going to see their way into the 11 based on what likely is going to be Bowley's expectation for moving up the table, right? A Caicedo might be close, but probably not. Like, I'd love to actually put together an 11 right now of that, and maybe we do that the next time. But my goodness, what was not quite a pinnacle, but a recent pinnacle in Chelsea, 2020, 2021, right? The Champions League win. I think we're down to what, 2 or 3 of the starting 11? 3 of the starting 11.
Yeah, only 3 players remain at Chelsea that won the Champions League in 2021, which is Thiago Silva,
so many more.
Reece James, and Ben Chilwell. And being honest, Ben Chilwell and Reece James, those 2 are for the future and to stay, guaranteed. So for fullbacks, I think Chelsea are doing a good choice just keeping those two. But Mason Mount, it's just sad. It's just sad. I understand. But like seeing the long scheme of things, I wouldn't be surprised if Moisés Caicedo becomes a better player in the Premier League than Mason Mount. If he's already.
We'll see. We'll see. Well, you know,
he had a better season, most definitely. So it's like,
yes, but we're not going off like one season.
Moisés Caicedo in the Premier League might be better than the best Mason Mount that we'll see in the future in the Premier League, and I think Chelsea believe that's the case.
That's assuming Chelsea gets him. That's assuming Chelsea gets him.
They will. I believe they will, because just like Enzo, when they want a player, they get him.